Hello everyone, it's now time for my 13th episode of my MathewV21688 Talkz. This time I'll be discussing the Lights main event from the season opener on the East Coast at Indianapolis. And once again, a batch of new riders. And once again, another exciting race. Christophe Pourcel showing no rust at all. Coming through with the win over Austin Stroop, who rode some 450 races out west. And, quite honestly, been saying that a lot lately. But, to be honest, I thought that Christophe Pourcel, once he got out front, that's it. And he demonstrated that, because I don't know if Christophe's going to be riding the 450 next year. I think he will. But I gotta say, I was really impressed with Christophe because he nearly lost out on that championship last summer when he lost to Dungey. When we all thought that after Washougal that it was going to be Pourcel who had a virtual lock on it. But he had that mechanical at Southwick, and that pretty much ruined his chances. But tonight, Christophe, he doesn't have Dungey, but just like last year in the Supercross, he had to contend with, he had a battle with his former teammate Austin Stroop. I say former teammate because Stroop's on Suzuki now. And Stroop, once he took the whole shot, and then had some slip-ups, but he did wind up with a good second place finish, especially after some tough races on the 450 out west. He also came off of some kind of injury I'm not quite sure about. But speaking of injuries on the West Coast, Cole Seeley and Max Anstey both having hip injuries. Cole Seeley with a dislocated hip, Anstey with a fractured hip after that crash at Anaheim number 3. But anyway, back to tonight. I thought it was good for Christophe because he also was coming off of an injury that he sustained because Christophe Pourcel was considering riding the West Coast, and then Mitch Payton decided to move him over to the East to defend his number 1 plate, which I thought was a good decision because you don't really want to, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot when you go to the West Coast and you're all banged up. So, good decision by Mitch to put Christophe back in the East, defend that number 1 plate. And he put it to good use, winning the first race. Now this looks like Christophe might be the first Kawasaki rider to win back-to-back Lights championships since probably Ivan Tedesco in 04 and 05. Because 06 it was Langston. No, actually, I take that back. Oh yeah, actually in one division, yeah, Ivan Tedesco in 2004, 2005 in the West. Langston won it in 05. Won the Lights East in 05. Lights West in 06. Then he moved up. And then in Villapoto almost completed it in 2008, but he had that back crash at St. Louis. But tonight, I thought that race at Indy was for sure an exciting one, especially for that last spot on the podium. But with Barcia coming through in his first professional race on the 17, Barcia coming through getting third at the last minute over Ryan Sipes. I should say last second over Ryan Sipes. And of course, Ryan Sipes had some words with Adam Chatfield after the race. And quite honestly, my dad was saying that the AMA has got to do something about these lappers because it seems like the blue flags aren't working anymore. You'll find out why in my next episode. We're not ending right now. I still have a little more to talk about. But I have to agree with my dad because Chatfield didn't really move over. Actually, he did move over, but as soon as he got back on the gas, I don't think he knew that Sipes was that close behind him. But if I was in a lap position, I probably might have done the same thing. Because I had no idea that somebody was right there. Then I tried to get out of the racing line. But it didn't really work for somebody in the 450 class, which I'll discuss in the next episode. But I thought that with Barcia getting on the podium at the last possible second, I thought that was good. Good for that rookie. Because Barcia, as we all know, he won the Southwick National last summer. And now he gets on the podium. But I don't think it's going to be too long before we see Barcia in the winner's circle. Because Justin, he certainly has what it takes. But he had a small slip up, and that pretty much cost him second place. But I think right now, Christophe Pourcel is going to be the guy to gun for. Stroop beat him last year. Stroop was one of the guys who beat Pourcel last year, Wharton being the other, Blake Wharton. Now he's riding West Coast with Brett Metcalfe on the sideline to the East Coast. Metcalfe not a very impressive performance. I don't know, I forget where he finished, but he's got time. Hopefully Brett can make it past the second round, because that's where his season ended last year. But I guess we'll have to wait till Atlanta. That will be live. And I'll see you guys then, because that's it for my 13th episode of my MathewV21688 Talkz. See you guys later.